what's your opinion on that they think men can get pregnant?
It sounds kind of dumb to me.
I'll tell you what we've been hearing. So they say that if a man has a uterus, has a woman's parts, then they can get pregnant. That's what they're telling me.
Okay, I guess that makes sense, but they would be a woman.
God is the creator of this world as far as I know. He made a woman and he made a man, and he made us for a purpose. Man is never gonna have a baby, so people that's thinking like that are crazy, and you better know they crazy.
What's going on, everyone? Talks Beginning here today. We're reacting to some craziness. So this is going to be a video, can men get pregnant? This is going to be college students versus regular people. My first thoughts is that the college students, in my opinion, they're in a bubble, right? Just like these left-wing people on social media, on Twitter, they always talking about how people on the right are in an echo chamber. Bruh. And I'm like, either is the pot calling the kettle black, or you're you're not that self-aware of yourself. Because if you look at college is overwhelmingly left-wing. Most apartments are very liberal. You barely run into any conservatives on a college campus. Or even if you do, they know that their voice is not prominent enough to be protected by the institutions. Your opinions, if you're a left-wing person, your opinions are approved, pushed out there. You're the face of college, not conservatives. Bruh. But you want to sit here and say we're stuck in an echo chamber. I digress. And it's subjectivity, this relativism. Oh, I can rationalize anything. If a woman identifies herself as a man and she gets pregnant, we must consider her a man. Like I said, this is language games. Are we fighting about definitions, or are we fighting about reality? Because I think the left is construing the two. I think they're fighting about definitions, and we're fighting about reality. And we see that, hey, language is used to define reality, not to label something, or it's not a name. Calling someone a woman is not a name. It's identifying something you observe in reality. But hey, I digress. Let's get into this craziness that these college students are going into, and then we'll see how the regular people deal with it. Let's take a look.
You guys think men can get pregnant?
If you identify as a man and you have the reproductive parts to get pregnant, then yeah, you can get pregnant.
Like, it's a yes. Obviously, it's a yes. There's no question.
Someone that identifies as a man can have a uterus and potentially get pregnant.
If like the man has the same body structure like women's with the here, maybe he can pregnant.
Yeah. You're transgender, I believe like you can do the whole procedure.
So you define your way into pregnancy, right?
You can now, yeah.
Can men get pregnant?
I want no part of this. Well, yes.
Yes. Do you want any part of it?
You see how like in the last two, they're more honest. They're like, yes. Like looking for approval. Bruh. And even see in the previous clip when the guy was like, hey, like, if you have the parts for it, you can, and yeah, you can get pregnant. I'm like, you're identifying a woman. And even in the clip, the Asian woman was answering. She said, if you have the parts like a woman, she already associated that only women have uteruses. Only women have really the capabilities to get pregnant, the capacity to have a child, right? And just because that woman labeled herself as a man, all of a sudden we're supposed to identify her as a man. Bruh. Subjectivity versus objectivity. Objectively, you're not a man. You're not a woman. So man can't get pregnant because the typical pattern recognition is undefeated. And this is street smarts for you, right? Now we're about to get into the regular people and how they break it down, right? Because at the end of the day, you need proof to back up these theories. And a lot of these the talking points these college students are saying, it sounds like a script. They're reading off a script. Oh, these are the things I'm supposed to say. And this is why college is losing its status in our society, at least moving forward, at least to conservatives it is. Because all college really is, hey, you got the stamp of approval that you've been educated the way, how I would say it, indoctrinated. All we know for sure in college is that you've been able to regurgitate a lot of the things that your professor wanted you to know. Bruh. So if your professor gave you a test and said, can men get pregnant? And she been educating you that men can get pregnant and giving you reasons. Oh, if they got the parts to do it, they can get pregnant. And the gender is a social construct and all that stuff. If you want to pass that class, you have to answer the question the way you were taught. The only thing a college degree tells me is that you've been able to regurgitate and memorize information that's been handed to you, that's been given to you. doesn't necessarily tell me you're smarter than me or not. If you got a test for 1812, the War of 1812, and I don't know anything about 1812, because you know something about 1812 and I don't know anything about 1812, does that necessarily make you smarter than me? Nope. No, it just means you have information, or you know specialized information about a specific event. And this is what college is showing you. College is showing you that these kids have been educated a certain way, and if you get tested on wokeism, these college kids will beat you hands down. And that's why I think college and school in general does no longer prepare you for real life anymore. This is why I'm a big proponent of homeschool, because I think our education system it's in need of disruption. But because of the monopoly that the government has given public schools, that change ain't gonna happen. The change is gonna have to happen outside first, and then crumble the education system. Because at this point, I'm very anti-college right now. How the college kids were explaining this question, you can see the big difference between how regular people answer this question.
What do you guys think? Can men get pregnant?
I don't know. Men cannot get pregnant. That's BS, because they don't got a uterus. Hello. They don't have uterus.
A lot of people have been telling us they can. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's outrageous, bro. We're men. We're here to, put the seed inside the female.
We're not fucking, what's we call them? Seahorses. We're not that.
Yeah, we ain't no fucking seahorses. We to get them pregnant.
Men is not to have baby. God created woman and man to make baby. That's man.
A lot of people have been telling us that men can get pregnant. Have you been hearing this at all?
No, I have not.
You don't have a clue what they're talking about?
No.
Do you have any idea what they're talking about?
No, not really.
Hey, and when conservatives come out and say gay college is not education, it's indoctrination, this is what we're talking about. When we say, hey, we don't want woke stuff, we don't want CRT, we don't want transgenderism, we don't want none of this stuff being taught to our kids in schools, this is why. Because we don't want them to get exposed to unproven theories that cannot stand up to any scrutiny whatsoever. Because look at the results. People able to check you. Hey, men don't have uteruses, and if they do have uteruses, they're a woman. It doesn't matter if you think you're, let's say you're a white man and you think, oh, I'm black. No, you're not black. There's no such thing as a transracial person. But all of a sudden we accept that for gender? What? Because we understand race is an extension of something, right? It's an extension of a ethnicity. Gender is the same thing. We have the same definition for gender. Gender is an extension of sex. Because in the word, right, adult, woman, man, adult, human, male, it specifies something. And most males in all species throughout the world don't give birth. And you saw it, the common sense people. You saw the boys in the hood. We ain't seahorses. Facts. We're humans. And what's tied with the human biology? Male, female. Females have the children. Human males give the sperm. That's it. But for some reason, this thing's been true since the beginning of time, and now 5 minutes ago, now we're starting to question it. And it's almost becoming this. This is where I'm starting to think it's almost becoming like a communist, Marxist type of thing, where they'll tell you 2 + 2 is 5, and the way you answer it is not. They're not looking for truth per se, but they're looking for compliance. They're looking for submission. It's almost, when they ask this question, can men get pregnant? It's almost like a question that asks for your allegiance. Who are you allegiant to? The truth, or to the state, or to the powers that be? The powers that be say, hey, men can get pregnant. The truth is men can't get pregnant. And depending on how you answer the question is you out yourself. Hey, is your allegiance to the truth, or is your allegiance to the state? And I think this is what it's starting to become. It's becoming a question of allegiance. You see how they talk bad about all these people that oh, you denying our existence, trans rights or human rights, when what they're really asking for is entitlement. All they're really asking for is power. We're treating you equal, but equality, it goes both ways. It's a two-way street. Ain't just, oh, trans rights is whatever you want it to be. That's not how it goes. Your rights end where another begin. And if another person say, hey, look, woman's adult, human, female, you can't go up to them and say, no, you must say, I am a woman. And when he's like, no, clearly you're a dude. But hey, look, man, we live in clown world. I don't know what is going on today. But hey, I digress. I wanted to just bring this video up. I saw it was going around the YouTube streets, and I just wanted to get my commentary on it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.